Good evening. Tonight it's Formula 3, so Apex Online Racing, and I don't know what's going on, but we're supposed to advance to qualifying and we're still sat in practice, so we're, as usual, 5 minutes behind schedule. I know they had to restart the server because the race config was wrong, so tonight it's supposed to be a 1 hour race at Silverstone, but we've still not completed qualifying yet, which is supposed to be next. There's nothing on Discord, and everybody's waiting. When they reset the server, everybody got disconnected, but it looks like I think everybody's back in. So this is round 3. Round 1 and 2, I was having problems. Turns out if you're having a computer that just keeps going off at random, check the power supply. So it was supplied with a 550 watt power supply. However, I'm running 4 monitors and absolutely hammering the PC. And I think there was far too much for it, and I don't think the 550 watts really cut it. So I kept having shutdowns, especially when I was trying to stream, and especially when I was trying to stream this race. So I don't know what's going on now. Everybody's leaving the server. There's only 6 of us here. I think we're having a bit of a disaster on our hands tonight. Oh no. Oh, something very strange is going on, but qualifying started. I'm all set. So let's go and do a lap.
All clear, push now.
He's away cleanly, what a great pit stop.
Okay Stevie, we've got 14 minutes to get a decent lap in. Right side's clear.
Just let these guys get past.
Clear right.
Try and give ourselves some clear track. Just checking everything switched on there, and people can actually hear me. I've done that before. So this weekend I was doing an endurance event at Silverstone, 6 hours. So I'm quite used to the track. However, I wasn't actually driving for 6 hours. I was in a team of 3, and I just had 2 stints of an hour long each. Damn, I tried to create space and these guys slowed down.
Car right, right side's clear.
Big bump here, which really unsettles the car just as you're going into the braking zone. So you're usually better off going through the bumps and then braking. And when we get out of this corner, it'll be the start of our first flying lap. See what we can manage.
Eighth place.
So I'll keep it in max gear, 6 gear all the way around here. Let the downforce work. And you hit the curbing, come down to 2. Into 2 again for the hairpin.
You're locking your right front into turn 3.
Activate DRS.
Something's happened, the yellow flags are out. Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today.
Somebody off track there. They were well off the line, which is a good thing. Stay off the curbs, really throws the car around. Down to 5th. And get on in there. Up to 6. Keep on 6 through the first part of these 3 corners. Down to 5th.
Fastest lap for Jimenez,
Down to 4.
155.8. The leader has just done a 147.3.
Activate DRS again.
That's a new fastest lap for Silver, 146.1.
In fourth. Span a lot of times on this corner. Definitely can't go over the curb. You hit the AstroTurf and spin straight out. Here we come to finish the lap.
He's braking hard.
150.5
150.5.
minutes of fuel left. B6.
Straight into
Second
the
off
next
pace
lap.
in sector 3. You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
That's heavy on the brakes through that part of the course.
Okay,
Turn
we're
4.
0.3 of a second up. We're in P7 at the moment with a 150. I don't think that'll
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds.
Well, that's
keep me there.
actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
9 minutes of qualifying left. I wonder if some brave souls are managing to keep 6 going through there. It's too late to try that out now. Span out here a few times as well, but really got to get you turning in at just the right point.
Sector 2 is 1.8.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's
Bump.
actually slower there.
Despite what Murray says, we're 0.7 up. Come on, get the foot down. Time slipping away. Only half a second up now. It's coming back again.
E9.
49.8.
Very little fuel left. Box this lap, please, Stevie. Sector 3 is 0.9.
Well, that's actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
A little bit faster again, only by 1/10. It's driven away. We're in P9. Really need to get a 148, so I need to find a whole second.
Sector 1 is 1.2.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually slower there.
So I'm not sure I've got in me. Almost level on the previous lap time.
2 litres left.
Can finish this lap and then just run out of fuel and teleport back to the pits. The advantage of not being real.
I think there's some kind of incident. I can see yellow
Somebody had
flag.
spun out there, and that's what happened to me a lot when I'm really pushing.
Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds.
Unfortunately, he's not as fast as his best intermediate.
I bet they're going to edge me time forward.
One litre remaining.
Actually, 1.4.
This is looking good for championship points if he can keep it up.
Sector 3 is 0.7.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's
P10 though.
actually slower there.
Try that even. To the pits. Yeah, everything's still on. So we've only got 6 minutes left, so we can go out again. And being completely honest, my PB is 149.1, I think. So every time on here is faster than I've ever managed. I'd need to go to, everybody's doing 146s. So I've got to find 3 seconds to be really up there, which is unlikely. The best I can hope is actually against my own teammate. My own teammate's done a 148.9 and I'm doing a 149.5. So I think I should just get out there. Automatic pit limiter on this, so I'm not required to turn it off myself, which is good because I'm sure as hell can't see the line. I think it's up here somewhere.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
Let this guy go through.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Oh, he went really wide, but that's ruined it for him. Try and keep third into this corner, cut this curb. And this, I never know how best to take. I'd stick to the inside and keep it in second. Let it drift out a bit. Flat out. Fifth. You might well be able to take 6 on that car, I'm not sure. I'm certainly not experimenting now though. That was a nasty bit of tarmac there. Gives you a big bump. Car started sliding then. Had to drop it to third, which is a really bad thing, but it's only the outlap. Marcos behind me. I'm sure he's a lot faster than I am. I'm about to start my flying lap now, so there's not a lot I can do to let him by. I think he was the guy who was stopped at the side. Right. 3 minutes left, so should get 2 goes in.
There must be an accident. The yellow flags are out.
My DRS. Marcos is 4 seconds behind me. Hope he's. You can close that up.
Sector 1 is 0.8.
Unfortunately, he's not as
Roll it round
fast
the
as
corner.
his best intermediate.
So firework. Go 0.4 up then. Still 0.4 up. Yes, not so bad so far. Fingers crossed. Down to 5th. Got in there. Foot down. Bring over to the right to avoid the bumps. Up to 6.
Alright, Stevie. 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
5th.
5 minutes.
4th. Oh, a bit tight. Keep your foot down.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
DRS deployed. Nearly 0.6 of a second up.
Okay, let's have a look at the qualifying
Still gonna need
time
more.
so far.
1.3.
Well, that's actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
Time drifting away. I really struggled on that corner. Ooh, that was bad. I braked far too early. Car virtually stopped. We've dropped all the way down to just 0.3 up. And then well.
That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 3 is 0.7.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually
Still
slower
P11.
there.
Still gonna find a whole second to get anywhere. Now, of course, that's only 1/10 of a second on 10 corners. But I'm not just, I'm not finding that 1/10 of a second. In fact, I'm a little bit down at the moment. I tried 6, but the engine res were dropping too much. I think we'd really lose momentum. Force of habit then dropped to 5th for the first corner. That's what you have to do in the GT3 cars.
The leader's just done a 145.
Only 10 seconds.
Sector 2 is 2.0.
We're not going to improve anywhere near enough to make a place up.
Checker flags out, P11.
So I think we will be in P11. Slight improvement, 0.2 up.
And that is a new lap record.
That puts you 3.3 seconds off the pace.
I mean, that was a PB at the end there, actually. 148.9.
Well, that's actually
So,
slower than his best qualifying lap today.
Can't complain with the PB. Back to the pits.
The
This
end
is
of
an
the
hour-long
section,
race,
P11.
which is the first. Most of the races so far in this league have been 2 30-minute races, with the second race having a reverse grid from the top 10 of the first race, which is a bit complicated to explain. By my estimates, I'll put in 44 litres. We'll see how that goes. Right. So we're still in quali, waiting for quali to finish off. I could still lose a place at the very last second in case the very last person. I'm in P11, there's only 12 runners. And João Rodriguez has not pitted yet, he's still out there I think. And he's currently on a 150.2 and I'm a 148.9. So it'll be a bit of a jump forward from him, but for all I know he's been sandbagging. And the rest of the field are 146s and 147s, so I'm a second, at least a second off the pace, which is a long time. So the upside is I'll avoid all the trouble at the start of the race. Can't tank up, we must pit. Everybody's going to have to pit because I don't think the car can make that distance without refueling. So we're definitely going to have to come into the pits, which is quite a palaver in this game in my experience. But it's something I've got to get used to. You can't set your pit stops up in advance, so I'm going to have to do it on the fly. So it means when you pit, you stop in your box and you've got to get your mouse out and start pointing at things. It just seems a bit crazy to me, but there you go. Just waiting for the game to advance. Still tidying up for qualifying. So pole position was a 145.6, which is 4 seconds faster than I can manage.
The leader is pitting now.
Okay, on the race.
Be ready, we're about to go green.
We're all set. Silverstone, just double check. Jet fuel. Yep, that's good. So hit race. 45 seconds to race start. Nobody behind us, so really all we've got to do is look out for T1. Try and move these across a little bit. I'm having a bit of trouble seeing when somebody's behind me or coming up on me. This display on, you can't see me pointing, but the displays are moved. The one on the right gives you a clear indication of who's behind you and whether they're a lap up. Okay, revs up, get it in gear, clutches in, wait for the lights to go out.
Go, go, go.
Almost don't want a really good start. Let's just keep it in trim.
Silver is leading the race.
It's funny because when I watched the AI, that happened about every single race that somebody would spin. Okay, so we've got 1 point, just over a second nearest driver behind us. We need to be careful.
Well done, Stevie.
Gets away quickly.
The problem is, you know, let's be realistic. I'm 2 or 3 seconds off the pace. So anybody who spins is going to catch me up.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.7.
My teammates stay to the left. They're picking up all the bad bumps in the road. Yeah, Gav, with lots of 8s. He's going to come up the inside of me now. Oh, bumps in front.
On your right. He's still there. Clear right.
Oh, we don't think that was like engineered, but my teammate
Car right.
thought I've had a bump with the guy who's just to the
Still
right of me
there.
now,
Clear
equal
right.
tech, and allowed me to catch up and take a place. Oh, got that wrong. Got that badly wrong. Let's get back on the track.
Keep it within the track limits.
Right, let's get back on it. I think I got a bit jittery then, knowing there was somebody at the inside of me. I weighed far too much space and then ended up sliding off the track. So we're down to P9, and we got quite high, didn't we, after all the chaos at the start? So it was my mistake. There's definitely nobody else involved in me. Someone's coming up really fast on me, but I can't do much in this corner. Where did he go?
Don't be intimidated. Keep it behind you.
I'm trying anything through here. I'm always worried somebody's going to try and overtaking manoeuvre in those corners, which would be suicidal. Danny Chetchum behind us, who's quite a quick driver.
Car right. Right side's clear. Don't let him get away. The leader has just done a 148.1. P10.
Got 2 drivers behind me. I'm in P10, but Rodriguez is only half a second down. Still only half a second.
The gap to Rodriguez behind is now 0.8.
Oh, pulled out a bit of the gap. I need to keep brooding that gap though. Dan Chetchum's 2 seconds up already. Didn't pick much up from following his lines.
New fastest lap for Silver, 147.7.
So already in the race, they beat my PB with full tanks. So it's probably going to be a long race for me, this.
The gap in front is now 2.1 seconds. Okay, Stevie, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them.
That's heavy on the brakes through that part of the course.
Vale, that lap time was 150.3.
The team will be pleased with the car set up today. He's improved on his best time.
Yeah, the tyres protesting there going around that corner. The pressures look good, but the temps look high, but I've been unable to do anything about that when trying setups. Aero smudges behind me now. He got past Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1.5 seconds down. I think Aero smudge is quite quick. It's not 0.4. .6 now. But he might take a dive up the inside or going into this next corner.
Okay, Stevie, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Fastest lap for Silver, 147.1. That was 150.2.
That's the best lap to this race, so it's an improvement, but still 3 seconds off the pace. Forgot to brake. That's me to the back.
Oh no.
Car right. Clear right.
Missed my brake marker completely. You'll never get round there in 6th gear.
The car in front of us is Rodriguez.
Well, at least I'll give myself something to do, is get past Rodriguez.
We'll need to pit for refueling 31 minutes into the race.
I'm slightly over fuel, that's interesting. All my testing indicated that 42 litres would be 30 minutes, but it seems to vary quite a bit, I don't know. Oh well. Let's focus on trying to catch up with Rodriguez and not have a spin.
Rodriguez ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2 seconds.
Oh, that won't do. At least if I made a mistake, it was in a place where I could get away with it without hurting the tyres. Rodriguez doesn't like it through there. Really caught him up quickly then. Somebody's on hard tyres. Strange. It's only me on soft tyres. From my understanding, you can't make it through this race without pitting, at least for fuel. So why not change tyres at the same time? Alright, remember to brake this time. No, don't have that, Rodriguez. I don't want you to have a disconnect. He suddenly jittered and jumped into the sky. I don't want to catch him and then have him disconnect and be out of the race. Made a mistake then. He put his tyres on the grass. So fear I should just go straight past him on this straight, but it looks like he's managed to pick up enough momentum. He's gone really wide. It's a real battle between the pair of us. It's good. It's good to have somebody to race. It's what we're here for. He changes to 5th as well, so it's not just me. Said quite clearly you can't pass through here, so you can't pass through here. What we can do is try and get a better momentum onto the straight. It's not enough to make a clean move, I think. He's been
On your left.
very respectful, which is good.
He's
Got
still
plenty
there.
of room.
Clear
We still
left.
have the inside line, I think, for the next call.
He's got past.
I think that was
He's braking
good
hard.
racing. We both gave each other room.
P11.
No crazy dive bombing.
The gap in front has increased to 11 seconds.
Meanwhile, Mr. Checham's buggered off. Oh, aero smudge even. Yes, well, enough playtime with Rodriguez.
Don't be distracted. Defend your position. He's quicker than you into Brooklands.
Needs to try and close the gap up to the drivers in front.
New fastest lap for Silva, 147.1. The gap to Rodriguez behind is now 1.3 seconds.
Starting to slowly pull away from Rodriguez. "15 minutes into the race, and we've got
Your last lap time was at 150.5.
enough fuel for just under 10 laps.
Incident in turn 3. It looks like Rodriguez.
Oh no, Rodriguez has lost it. That's a shame. Unfortunate.
There's an incident in turn 4. It looks like it's Rodriguez. The gap in front has increased to 14 seconds.
It'd be good while we had Rodriguez with us to keep us focused and give us both something to do. It's now 15 seconds nearly to, well, 18 seconds it said at the moment to aero smudge. No, 15 seconds because of the corners that was. I'm going to try and make up. Not like that you won't. Oh, I'll just hung on to it. Changed down a little bit late. Barely hanging onto the car. Worried about really start pushing hard. I'll have a spin. I'll be even further behind. I've only had one small mistake when I forgot to brake for, I think it was T2.
That lap was at 150.9. Sector 2 is 2.0 seconds.
Unfortunately, he's not as fast as his best intermediate.
That brings it home to you in just sector
The
2
gap
alone.
is growing.
16 seconds.
Sector 2 alone, I'm losing 2 seconds to everybody. 15 minutes in. So it's 15 minutes to the pit stop I'm planning. Depending on fuel level, it's driven by fuel level. So I'll set my mic, if
All
I
right,
remember
Stevie,
correctly.
you've got half your fuel left.
Hang on.
That's a new fastest lap for
Changing down too
Silver,
early.
146.9.
Little correction there going in that corner. 18 seconds to Rodriguez, that's a shame. Get away with that just. If you go into that AstroTurf, my experience when practicing is it's curtains. The rear end will spin out and usually ended up going into the wall. So I want to be careful of that.
You've just done a 150.4. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Yeah, unfortunately they are consistent but not fast enough. It was very much a decision night about this league tonight. Our first few races have
The
not
gap in
been
front
fun.
is now 18 seconds.
It's been real carnage, and they got getting quite fed up of being punted by other drivers. And if tonight had been the same, I probably would have jacked this league in, but as it happens, nothing happened incident-wise in the first lap. Then through a mistake of my own, I ended up a little bit behind the field, and it's unlikely there'll be another incident.
The gap to Rodriguez behind is now 19 seconds. New fastest lap for Silver, 146.9.
Yeah, so poor old Rodriguez is just falling back and falling back, but I'm also falling back from aero smudge. It's not making an impression. I think it's drifting back slowly. Which is a little slide from the car then. Yeah. I have the most trouble with this corner. No matter what car, what format, this corner is a nightmare for me. Oh god, 20 seconds or so.
P11.
I guess part of the problem with this league is there aren't enough entrants. There's not very enough depth. So it's hard to find somebody about your level that you can have a decent race against, because these guys are just too quick for it. It doesn't make it very interesting to basically time trial for an hour and come way down the field. I mean, they're running hard and medium compounds, I'm running soft compound. I'm still not making an impression. I think I'm probably holding level with aero smudge if I hadn't had a slide off. Keep getting jitters from the game. Don't know if it's local or somebody joining our server or leaving the server or something. Good if I could close in on aero smudge. Slightly better.
Your lap time was at 149.7.
That's good. Getting under 150s now. Down to 15 litres of fuel though, so the car's getting light. Seeing cars on the radar that are on the opposite side of the track. Unfortunately. Should be 8 minutes to my pit stop. Enough fuel for 6 laps. I'll be able to stretch these tyres out. See how much these tyres are wearing.
Fastest lap for Silver, 146.8.
Mess that up. That cost me
Okay,
dear.
Stevie, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
That cost me dear. Lost a second at least. No, 2 seconds. Couple of little mistakes. Nothing major though. Rear right tyres down to 74%. So getting heavily worn. I have to decide when I go to softs or mediums when I pit then. I really struggled in practice to actually get round this many laps without having a massive off. Okay, so the leader, Rui Silva, has started to appear. Coming up behind me, he's 30 seconds behind. Oh no, 50 seconds, I think it's the corner that caused a bit of a concertina effect. Stretching out to 40 odd seconds.
That's a new fastest lap for Silver, 146.6.
Rodriguez 26 seconds down now. Hold Alex Dayard going around that corner. Can hold it in 6th on the first corner. I keep changing down to 5th because that's what you need to do in the GT3 cars. A little bit slower on this lap, 2 temps down. Rear left's down to 71% worn. I don't know, but in my book that's still a lot of life.
You're locking your left front into Vale.
Oh no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. Come on.
He'll really have to be careful from now on.
Still 15 seconds to Rodriguez. But my experience is I have to watch for the car spinning out again now. The tyres really get hot when you spin it. Do not want to behave. Looks like it's not too bad though. Let's get his foot down. That's given 40 seconds now though to Aerosmudge. It was always very questionable whether I'd catch him. I think it's now impossible now. 35 minutes of race time left. That's the trouble I've experienced though. Wasn't much sign then.
Rodriguez is gaining on you. The gap's now 17 seconds.
The car just over rotated in the middle of the corner. Be careful on this one, it puts a lot of strain on the tyres. First 2 corners aren't so bad, but that last one Don't know if the first two warm the tyres up a lot and get the pressure a bit high, but that last corner you can really spin out quite easy. So we lost 11 seconds this lap now, nearly 12. Still not getting me braking quite right for that one. Come on, get on the track. Rear tyres are getting quite heavily worn now. Game freeze, that didn't help. I'm going to assume the freeze is the server side. This is a bit of an old game now. Still a good game, but it's slightly old.
Silver is pitting.
So you'd expect the PC I've got set up here to handle it in its stride, not be giving freezes. So leaders pitted a little bit early. This game can't enforce anything about tyre rules about mixing compounds. So it's not like I have to use mediums on my next stint. I'm going to have a look at the wear rate. Just coming up on 30 minutes.
Fuel remaining, 5
But
minutes.
okay, 60% worn. I think we'll go with softs again to try and give yourself every little bit of help I can manage. Second down this lap though. I think I've got a bit frightened after my spin. Got enough fuel for 2.3 laps. So we will do this lap and then we'll come in at the end of the next. When I say this lap, I mean we're just about to cross the start finish line, so we'll do full next lap and then one more after that is when we'll pit.
That's heavy on the brakes through that part of the course.
Vale. Very little fuel left. Pit this lap, in this lap.
No, crew chief thinks I should come in now. Maybe I'll listen to crew chief. It's a little bit touch and go. We'll see what we're like when I'm getting a bit. Maybe I'll just pit anyway for my tyres. Grip's getting a bit poor. Down to 54%, I think, on the rear left. It's gone amber. I think we'll pit the end of this lap just for the sake of the tyres. Given the amount of wear, I'll switch to mediums. I don't know what's happened to Aero Smudge, but he's only 20 seconds away now instead of 40. Must have had a bit of an incident. Keep the pressure on.
All right, Stevie.
He's closing the gap.
I'm sure he can breathe me.
90 seconds.
Feel me breathing down his neck. In fact, Aero Smudge and Nicotech are both about 20 odd seconds away from me. Maybe they both had a bit of a moment. I'm going to pit now, actually. Maybe they're in the pits. Maybe that's why I am. Let's pit. This will be confusing because I've never really had to do it before.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane. He's coming in for fuel and a fresh set of tyres.
Luckily,
Should come out into position 11, just in front of Rodriguez. We're halfway home. We think about 2 minutes of fuel left.
okay, mediums. We need 41 litres. Put in 42. Go. I missed that completely. I managed to accidentally turn on one of the options settings, one of the tools on the display. Completely distracted me.
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
That's a blue flag. the Blues. He'll have to pull over now.
Left side. Clear left.
P2 coming through. P3 is 11 seconds away, so I've got a little bit of breathing space. I'm behind Rodriguez, but Rodriguez hasn't pitted yet, so I'm gonna let that worry me too much. Okay, we're on medium tyres now. Should last a lot better than the softs did. But we're starting to disintegrate. And this driver in front of us not pitted yet. Another stutter in the middle of these bends. Not what you need. I think the driver in front of me actually might be the one I had a bit of an incident with last week. Ended up being reported. Ended up with some points on their license. I'm paying now. I was just intrigued to see if anybody managed to do it without pitting. I didn't think it would be possible. There's drivers out on the hard tyres, which really surprises me. Certainly in the main F1 game, if you try the hard tyres, they're an absolute nightmare at Silverstone. They're terrible. Come on. Rui Silva is 4.6 seconds behind me now. Silva
Rodriguez ahead is now 12 seconds.
is actually winning the race. Net, if you take the pit stops out. So basically this is guy P1 who's about to come through, so I definitely don't want to get in his way or interfere with his race. I think he's cruising it though, to be honest. Danny Chechum is 20 seconds behind him. And the guy who's currently in P1 has not pitted yet. Gomez.
I think there's some kind of incident. I can see yellow flags.
Still 2 seconds to Silver. I don't want to wait that long to let somebody through.
The blue flag is being waved.
Hopefully he'll get onto me on the start finish straight and I can let him through easy. Still too far away really. 1 second. It's full speed this corner.
On your right, clear right. Yellow flag. Looks like P1 has gone off in Brooklands.
Oh! I don't know what's happened to Gomez. He's had a big incident. It's interesting then where Silver in front of us actually swung off to the right. He took a bit of curb before turning left there for that corner. Bearing in mind the super fast lap times he's getting.
Rodriguez ahead is now 8.4 seconds.
Rodriguez still not. Oh, I think he's pitting now. I saw a sign that Rodriguez was in the pits. Silver's taking quite a bit of that curve, which is brave, in my experience, but he's a better driver than I am, clearly. No, lost the car then. It was sliding still. Got Gav in the pit. Gav with lots of eights.
The lead car's pitting.
big gap, so I'm wondering if that driver's got a bit of a problem. Possibly a disconnect. We've got 23 minutes to go. Yeah, I think maybe a driver's retired.
P11.
This is a shame. I don't know where they were up to, but they were clearly ahead of me. Gap to Silver now is 4.6 seconds. So he's not waltzed off out into a distance, but he doesn't need to. He's got his race comfortably in the bag. There's no reason for him to take risks and push hard on lap times. I'm happier so far with this race for this league. I'm on a clean race. I've had one spin. Little pirouette on the hairpin that might be traced back to very heavily worn tyres. They're closing in on me. Need to pay attention to what I'm doing. You need to look at what's going on around you. Look on the straight.
Rodriguez.
Too early a gear change. It's Danny Checham who's closing in on me. He's got 2 seconds. I think he might pass me on the start finish straight again. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure actually. Silver was closer and Silver ended up going through, I believe it's the village complex where the hairpin is, just before the hairpin. I think Checham's pitted. Yeah, Checham pitted just as he caught me up.
You're locking your left front into Vale.
Rodriguez is still hanging on with no pit stop. That's 5 seconds to Rodriguez. It'll make it very entertaining if we can catch him up. I can't believe he could possibly make it to the end of a race as well. The tyres will be like 50p coins, I would have thought by then. And I don't believe you got the fuel to make it that far. The tanks aren't big enough on the car. And that's Rodriguez right in front of us. No doubt he'll pit now because we're just about to catch him up. About to provide it, no, he's still staying out. He's a brave lad to be taking them tyres this far.
That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
That's slower than his fastest time at intermediate 1. Okay, let's have a look at the qualifying time so far.
1.8 seconds.
Well, that's actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
Sector 3 is 1.6 seconds.
Compared with his
He's
previous
okay there,
times,
he
I
really
can
jumped
see
out
that he's
the way
actually
far too
slower
much.
there.
Clear left. There's an incident in turn 4. We think it
He
might
jumped
be
off
Rodriguez.
the track. I hope
See right front locking into turn 3.
Rodriguez is okay. He really jumps off the track then.
Car left. Clear left.
He's braking hard.
Brooklands.
That's the blues. He'll have to pull over now.
Not quite yet. Still 2.5 seconds. P3 though, so we'll definitely try and get out of the way.
to Rodriguez. Behind is increasing. It's now 9.9.
Come on, get on with it.
Car left. Clear left.
Took him forever to come through then.
The blue flag is being waved.
He's got John Becker, who's only 2 seconds behind. I think he overreacted a bit there to Jimenez. I just didn't want any funny business after last week.
Left side. Clear left.
This is looking good for championship points if he can keep it up.
Somehow I'm in P10. Oh, we've had a retiree, haven't we? I think we're jumping out of the way for back markers. It's now 40 seconds to Aero Smudge. It's going to take a miracle to catch him up with just 15 minutes to go. Rodriguez has dropped 8 seconds behind, still not pitted. Ooh, that didn't work out well. Just seemed to lose all front end grip and the car just didn't want to like stop a turn then. Obviously, luckily he did make it, but I think he came out of that bump a bit bad.
Rodriguez. Behind is pitting.
Oh, he's finally pitting. 45 minutes on one set of tyres, that's brave. I wonder if he just tanked it up and hopes he could make it to the end and then realised he can't.
The gap to Rodriguez. Behind is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
Danny Checham again coming up behind us next. Still 10 seconds or so, 20 seconds.
There's an incident in Abbey. Looks like it's Rodriguez.
Oh dear. Hope he's okay. I think he's having a bit of a hard time of it after our little battle, which was good. A bit of a meandering pace on these medium tyres,
15
a
minutes
second
left.
down.
Focus on the exits. We can go faster here.
Crew chief, just as I'm talking about my pace, crew chief tells me I can go faster apparently. Not sure on these tyres. I think the mediums are a bit slow for me. It's 56 seconds at the moment to Aero Smudge. Might just be where we were in the corners wise though.
That was 151.1.
Yeah, these tyres are just slower overall. A little bit of time up there. Just going down the main straight in the first corner, I've lost a couple of
You're
tenths.
looking your right front into turn 3.
15 seconds to Danny, or 10 seconds. It varies so much. Five 1/100ths of a second off my PP there. So I think we can improve. We just need to push. 13 minutes to go. Another little freeze. It's worrying because I know this track really well. Oh, Gav's been disconnected. He's definitely quit the race. And I'm still off the pace a track I know very, very well indeed. Not too familiar with the place we're going to next week. I can't remember the bloody name of it. I know it's in Italy, and it's where Kunos, who are the developers of this game, based themselves. Ooh, that was bad. I think it's the little test track you do when you're starting the game. It's a okay little track. I should be able to familiarise myself with it, but I won't be as fast as I am around here. It's getting looser and looser. It's really feeling it sliding around a little bit. Quite sensibly, Rodriguez put softs on for 15 minutes. He's got 35 seconds to make up though, even my slightly meandering laps. That's a long way in just 10 minutes. I think I'm holding Danny Chechem's now still 10 seconds behind. Yeah, I believe Danny's quite quick from what I saw on quali. The old GT3 habits came in then, down to 5th for that first corner instead of keeping it in 6th.
This is looking good for championship points.
Danny's closing to within 8 seconds. That bump going into there is a nightmare. Second down. Over a second. I think in the last section, I think you were really relying on the tyres in that last section.
1.6.
Compared with his previous times, I can see that he's actually slower there.
Sector 2 is 1.3.
Unfortunately, he's not as fast as his best intermediate.
Sector 3 is 0.9.
Well, that's actually slower than his best qualifying lap today.
Oh, stay off the sausages. Don't mess it up with just 10 minutes to go.
Okay, Stevie, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I just said that. Crew chief is listening to me. Well, crew chief can listen to you if you want to talk to him, but I don't. It's aero smudge in front of us now by 60 seconds.
Incident in turn 3. It looks like Rodriguez.
Oh dear. Oh, Rodriguez having more moments. Oh, he's not getting him down.
New fastest lap for Silver, 146.6.
That's a blue flag.
Oh, finally caught me up, have they? think they close up going through that section of corners. I think there's still a little bit of a gap. 2.6 seconds, a bit too much to be pulling
You've
over.
just done a 151.4.
Yeah, still quite a gap. Still over a second. Maybe go on the outside, hopefully he'll come up the inside. Yep, there it is.
Car right. Clear right. Blue flag. Incident in turn 3. It looks like Rodriguez.
Oh dear. Rodriguez is having a bit of a mare, it sounds like. Better turns the end of the race.
Right side. Clear right.
That's depressing. My own teammate's now 23 seconds behind me. 6 minutes to go though, I'm not sure he'll
Got
catch
10
me up.
minutes of fuel remaining.
Let's have a massive moment.
We think P5 has binned it in turn 3.
I nearly binned it. How can I keep messing that corner?
You're locking your right front going into turn 3.
Clearly trying to give my teammate every opportunity to try and catch me up. Nearly a minute now to Aeros Smudge, which is half a lap. And I think we're back to the same topic as before, really, about having enough people in the league to give somebody of his same level.
Looks like it's Rodriguez.
Sounds like Rodriguez is just having a complete nightmare end of a race. What has been interesting in this race is, in my opinion, I'm getting better at blue flags. There's only one or two incidents where I've pulled over ridiculously far too much and waited too long. Mostly I think I'm timing it well, I'm moving out the road or just staying in the right place so that the driver passing can make a clean pass and get on with it. I've lots of trouble in the endurance race at the
Okay,
weekend.
Stevie, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. That was a 150.6.
I'm going when being passed by faster drivers on blue flags. So we're just driving
Looks
into you
like
almost.
P5's gone off in turn 3.
And again, it was the way they were approaching it, really. Expecting you to become invisible or suddenly vanish. If you're ahead of them going into a corner, you're going to be on the apex. You need to go around the outside or wait for you to get out of the corner. You're not just going to suddenly stop for them. However entitled they might feel. A quick lap for me, this. So far. Smudge is still 50 seconds away.
There's an incident in turn 3. We think it might be Rodriguez.
Oh dear. Yeah, Rodriguez is named far too much for comfort. I think that's where those tyres really come into play through the corners, because we're 10th off. And 2 tenths off. Just don't think they've got that little edge the softs do. Three more minutes to go, so left with 2 more laps.
Unfortunately, he's not as fast as his best intermediate.
We think P5 has binned it in turn 3.
Something's happened. The yellow flags are out.
Simba, I think he held on to his place. Actually, I'm not so sure. It says Ecotech's in front of me in P6, so it said P5 with crew chief, so it's possible that Danny Chechen's just stole a place there with Ecotech having a spin. Don't ask me how. Despite being mentioned
There's
in...
an incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Rodriguez.
Rodriguez being mentioned every 5 seconds by crew chief. He was at one just then and was 30 seconds
Just 2
behind.
minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
No, it says 60 seconds. So I'm not sure what to believe. 40 seconds.
Okay, Stevie, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Fuel's good to the end of the race. Good estimates this time. What's going on with Ecotech in front of me?
We think P5 has binned it in turn 3.
Well, Ecotech's doing, I have to change down then. Maybe he's got significant tire degradation or something. Can't afford to hang around too much. There's still drivers catching me up. Got significant problems, I think.
Left side, clear left.
Maybe that fuel. Possibility he's going to lose places. Rubens is 6, closing in on him very quickly. Take a place off him.
Incident in turn 3. We think it might be Rodriguez.
I think Rodriguez may be cutting the track a little bit, you know, folks. It's getting a bit too regular that crew chief is calling out his name. Only half a lap down on me now.
Looks like P5's gone off in turn 3.
The start of the penultimate lap.
We're running on fumes, mate.
The driver's having problems at the end of a race. This is our last lap now. It's been okay, this one, actually. Said I was wondering about this series, whether I'll keep it going, but this race has been okay. Off the pace, but if I give up, I'll never improve, so we'll need to keep plugging away. Trying to understand how I'm going to find 3 seconds a lap to be competitive in most instances. I mean, if this is on a track I know quite well, Still quite off the pace. Worrying. Can we do a PB on the last lap? We're only half a second up. There's virtually no fuel in the car, of course. This would be why. And this time the medium tyres are in much better nick, though rear
There's an
left
incident in Chapel.
is down at 71.
There must be an accident. The yellow flags are out.
There's an incident in turn 3. It looks like Rodriguez.
Rodriguez
and
again.
Silva.
Rodriguez is cutting turn 3, I
Meters
think.
remaining.
Deeply suspicious this, and at nearly 8/10 of a second up, last lap. Car's empty. This is always makes you think, have I actually been trying hard enough? Nearly a second up. Now the race isn't quite over and Ecotech just disconnected. I hope he's not had a disaster because he was doing okay. He's going to be 0.7 up.
1 litre remaining. P9.
I think he's lost this race, unless, of course, he can stall back to win it.
48.9 last lap. PB. Not a PB. There you go. Still 2 seconds off the race winner's best. Right, let's go to the pits. Whew. No, that's at P9. There were dropouts towards the end, so I don't know what happened. Ecotech dropped off. But I don't think I was that far up. I'll take a screenshot. Yeah, Ecotech's in 10th. Teammates in 7th. Bloody key. I don't know what happened there, it's just jumped around a bit. Oh yeah, Gav dropped off as well, so looks like Ecotech had a bit of a mare at the end of a race. Driver got 2 drive-through penalties for track cutting. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Yep, that was a good race. That was already on Discord. So. Right, there's one of these again next week, and I can never remember the name of the track for next week. But there's also an Assetto Corsa GT3 season starting very soon as well. I think that's next week as well. So keep your eye open for more races. Catch you later, folks.